Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about cars that need to be added in the next GTA Online update, so let's just get into it. Hopefully you all enjoy, and these are cars that can be easily added to any update as far as I'm concerned. The first car I've been wanting for a really long time is a Porsche 996 911. This would be a very easy addition to pretty much any update because the car is not really particular to any sort of update. If it's a military style update, then I guess so, but they just did a military style update, so I don't think they would do that. And I don't know exactly what the next update is going to be, but Porsche 996 911 would definitely fit in pretty much in all scenarios. Even if it's tuners, high-end, executives, whatever, it'll fit in regardless of the update. And yeah, I've been wanting one for a really long time now. I will say they have a 997 911, I will say, roughly based the Comet. But the Comet is a pretty old car. It's not very good, and I want a pretty decent modern Porsche 996 or 997. That would be really great. They already added the newer Porsches like the Comet, I forgot what all, the S2 and the S2 Cabriolet, and I have both of them. They're great. The camera angle is a bit high on both of them, but it is what it is, I guess, and the handling on those is a bit slidey. So if they were to add a new one, I would definitely want one that has better traction and grip, because the 996 and the 997 were highly regarded as great handlers on the track and on the street. So it'd be really nice to see them in GTA Online, but will we ever see them? Don't know, but I've been wanting one for a really long time. The next car I want added is a modern G-Wagon, some sort of, it could be a 4x4 or a regular G-Wagon, or we could be able to upgrade it to a 4x4. A 6x6 would also be cool, but we already have a 6x6, even though it's based on the older G-Wagon, and it's just kind of a mess. Now, we do have a G-Wagon already. It is the Dubsta and the Dubsta 6x6, but those are old G-Wagons. They came out in 2013, the GTA version, not the online version. And yeah, I just want a modern one that we can kind of go back and add HSW to. That would also be good at off-roading, because modern G-Wagons and older G-Wagons are good at off-roading, even though no one uses them for those. They just drive them around Rodeo or something, or Beverly Hills and whatnot. But yeah, if it were to be a fast, cool off-roader that also had a lot of customization, that would be really cool. And yeah, I've been wanting a G-Wagon for a really long time, just like the Porsche 996, but the G-Wagon, I think I want a tiny bit less. The 996 is just more unique, and we already have a G-Wagon that I'm happy with, but a modern one with HSW would be really cool, as long as it wasn't too pricey. Putting in the SUV category as well would also give the SUV category some rivalry, because I believe the Aston Custom is pretty much the best one right now because it has HSW. The handling is not very great because it's so fast, but if there were to be a G-Wagon, I'm sure it would be faster, top speed and whatnot, and probably a worse handler, but it'd still be cool to see some rivalry there. Will we ever see it? Once again, don't know, but I've wanted a G-Wagon for a long time as well. The next car I would like to see added into the next update is a modern Dodge Viper. Well, as modern as you can get. They discontinued the Viper, unfortunately. The screaming V10, that sounded amazing, and the beautiful Viper, unfortunately, is gone. But if we were to be able to get a newer one, not particularly new, because once again they discontinued it, but the only one we really have is the Banshee, and the Banshee is based off of the old Viper, and even then the proportions and the looks are a bit off. I think the Banshee doesn't really look like a Viper at all, maybe from the back slightly, but overall it's not really a good Viper. Now, I will say something cool about the Banshee. They sold a one-of-one Banshee in real life. It was basically a kit car, but I think it was a Viper powertrain and everything, and they sold it in real life to a woman. I think bought it for like 300,000 or something. That would be really cool to see. But yeah, that's in real life. We're talking about GTA Online. I want a modern Dodge Viper. It'd be really cool to have the big wing and all the liveries, the stripes and everything. It'd be really cool to mix and match them just like we can in Forza, but we've never been able to in GTA Online, unfortunately. But the Viper is a great car. It's a great looking car, and once again, HSW would really help it, but I don't think it would need it because the handling and the speed are already pretty good. Speed caps out pretty low, but I'm sure handling would take over as what makes it dominant, because Vipers have always been known to be good handlers. And I think it would be really cool to see one in GTA Online, and maybe a wide body kit as well, but that's kind of extreme at that point. I'm not sure if Rockstar would do that, but Rockstar is the type of company to do that. I mean, we have a modern R8 that we can wide body, so a modern Viper wide body would definitely not surprise me too much if Rockstar did it, but I don't think they will do it. Nonetheless, add a Viper, but I would like to see one someday. The next car I want to see is a new Honda Civic, because the new Honda Civic has been generally well received as a good car. The price, the handling, everything about it is pretty good, and I think it starts at around 28,000, which is very cheap. I mean, that's very cheap. I think it actually starts lower than that for the base model, but no one really gets the base model. I mean, some people do, but not everyone. And yeah, I think the SI would be really cool to see, the SI wing and the bumpers and everything about the real life Civic would be really cool to see in GTA Online, and I would definitely buy it, even if it was like $2 million, which would be completely unrealistic, but that's Rockstar, I guess. They make extremely ridiculous prices for cars that in real life cost 100 times less, but it is what it is. And yeah, I would really love to see one. They added an FK8. I do love the FK8. It handles great. It's a great looker. It's a great looking car, and I love everything about it. I love how they made the skirts and the bumpers to make it look like you can add red accents and kind of make it look like a real life Type R. That would be really cool to see in the new Type R as well, but that's only if they add it, and even then I'm not even sure if they will. But yeah, it would be cool to see, as a Honda enthusiast, a new Honda Civic, nonetheless a Honda Civic Type R. The next car I would like to see is a Rivian R1T or R1S, but it's basically the same vehicle, just with a bed on the back, a bed cover basically. They can just sell the R1T and then the bed cover as like a separate piece. That'd be cool, totally cool with that. And they could sell this for a pretty expensive price, because in real life the R1T is not especially cheap. It's pretty expensive right now. Most are going for over 100, even though Rivian promised to sell them at a lower price early on, and people were mad because they went back on their word. But then they ended up giving those people the Rivian R1Ts and R1Ss at the original price, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, it'd be really cool to see one in GTA Online. I'm not sure if it would have HSW. If it did have HSW, that would be really cool to see as well, because it would be a fast off-roader and a fast SUV, or a fast SUV if they add both of them. And it would be really cool to see that. Again, it's pretty much the only electric car brand in the game at this point is Tesla. That's basically the dominant one. I mean, there's a few Porsches here and there and Rimacs, but I mean, the biggest electric company in GTA Online for sure is Coil, which is based off of Tesla. And it would be cool to see some rivalry in that sort of space between electric car companies, but will we ever see it? I don't know. But the R1T, I think, is a very possible vehicle. Out of all the cars on this list, I think this is probably one of the most possible vehicles to be added to GTA Online, because it's new, it's relevant, everyone's talking about it, and Rockstar could definitely charge a bag for it. So will we ever see it? Maybe. The next car I would like to see is a Koenigseggdromera. I absolutely love the Dromera. I think it's insane how a 4-door family sedan can go that fast. I mean, it'd be kind of a stretch calling it a family sedan, because it is so expensive, and it's basically a hypercar with 4 doors. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see one in GTA Online. It honestly wouldn't even need HSW, because I'm sure it would be fast on its own, but just to see it driving around and being able to buy it would be super cool. I think it would give the Torador some competition, because the Torador, I think right now, is the best 4-door sedan in the game, because of the rockets, the missiles, the 4 doors obviously. It'd be really cool to see some competition between those as well. And the Dromera, I think, would take a different approach. It would be more, I think it would be faster, but it obviously wouldn't have the weaponized capabilities like the Torador does, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, I don't think it needs any. It would look kind of ridiculous with missiles and armor panelings on it. But if it had a Monitech, that would be pretty cool, because you wouldn't be able to get locked onto by a Torador, so it would kind of be a counter. I don't know. These are just theories. It'd be very cool to see that sort of situation in GTA Online. And like the R1T and the R1S, I think this is also very, very possible. The Koenigseggdromera is a very unique, talked about car right now, and I think we will see it sooner or later in one of these updates. The next car I would like to see is the Ram TRX. I think the Ram TRX is long overdue to be added to GTA Online. It is such a hot vehicle right now, especially because the V8s are going away. Supercharged V8s, turbocharged V8s, they're all going away out the window. And the TRX is still here, maybe not for that long, but while it's still here, it'd be cool to see it added to GTA Online. Maybe they're saving it for GTA 6 or something, but yeah, I've been wanting the TRX in GTA Online since it came out. Rockstar has never really shown any interest in it or meshed it into other fast pickup trucks like its kind, but I think it would be really cool to see it, because it'd be a different step and also be another fast off-roader. This list has a lot of fast off-roaders, I guess, but the Ram TRX is probably the most traditional one, because it's obviously a TRX, and to see the engine bay would also have to be pretty unique too, because I mean, come on, the Hellcat engine is just incredibly beautiful. To be able to see that under the hood would be really cool. Honestly, they could take the same model out of the I was gonna say the Charger. It's not the Charger, the Buffalo STX and the Hellfire, or the Hellfire, whichever one they want to choose, and put it in the TRX's engine bay in GTA Online. I think that'd be really cool to see, because Engine bays honestly don't have a lot of detail nowadays, but they could definitely add a lot of detail to that, because come on, that's known to have a beautiful engine bay. Pretty much all Hellcat products are known to be pretty beautiful. The last car I would like to see added to GTA Online is the Mazda RX8. A big jump from the TRX, which is a fast off-roader. We're going to a pretty slow tuner's car, coupe sedan sort of situation because of the half doors. I also would like to see that the most. The animation for opening a half door would be really cool to see. I'm not even sure if they would do that. They probably wouldn't, but if they did, that would definitely give them a lot of cred with Mazda people, because that's really cool. And even tuners people in general would like to see unique animations like that. And I think unfortunately they kind of missed the opportunity to add this car with the tuners update. It really should have been added in the tuners update. Unfortunately they didn't add it, but I hear we are getting a Evo, I think a Evo 8 in this update. San Andreas Mercenaries, it's a drip feed car. I don't know, I don't really like to look at leaks about what cars are dropping, because that kind of ruins the fun. But that's what I heard, and hopefully that's true, because that would be really cool. But yeah, I think unfortunately they just missed the boat with the RX8. It would have been really cool to see that added. And that is it, everyone. Just some cars that need to be added into the next GTA Online update. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you agree with me on some of these. If you don't, let me know down in the comments why. I will respond to you, or if I don't, I will at least like the comment to let you know that I've seen it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.